Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, there's an NFC fighting store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Panther 60. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready.
Throwing now on first down. And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go.
Again to throw on 2nd. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Okay.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Well, I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11. 12. Dot.
Play action now. Burrow. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Panthers pick this one up. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Panthers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot. Quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys. Yep. But he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
This one is up and good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
11 MT.
Sending him on the dive. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Hey, can. Stop.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 1, ready?
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing this one back at the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
11 MT.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard.
11. 11. Stop.
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Panthers. Let's go now. 19 tight. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. He'll work against the blitz. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Birds got to it.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So they'll decline this and take the results. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Ready.
Complete on the option. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 13-0 lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's the handoff. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Here we go. 11. Stop. Right 80. Right hot. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Looking right, and he finds him. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
See, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
3rd and long for him here. Completed to his running back. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down. They'll run for this. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Hits his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
12. Here we go.
Option design here. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Right, 80. 11. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That one connects. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. Check go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Eagles 7.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on the short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll run here from the gun. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 18, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow setting to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
11, mighty. 11. Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Dumps it off to his running back. He dodged the tackle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To the air again, it's Burrow. Throw is caught. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Working quickly here.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing out to the left. Cup. And he's going to get driven out of bounds as they come away empty-handed in the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
11, MP, take. 11, 12, 12, 12. I'm done. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Connecting on a slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Looking quickly here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Breaks through and breaks away. There he goes on the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Point after is up and through. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 35-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. All right, so in the end, it's a play for no gain, Brock, although we did have plenty of excitement along the way. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
19 light, Hawk 70, Hawk.
He's going to throw this one. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
11 mighty. Here we go.
Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Downfield finds Lambert Smith. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
11 MT, take. 180. Place up.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Complete out to the right. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
180. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
He'll give left side. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Cowboy and top 19. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Option give here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are we doing? And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jamar Turner ending that one.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7.
60 Vikings, 18 run. Let's go. Cougar 19, 70.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
18, 5 here. 2. 19, go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments. As they come out to look at him.
On the set.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. This one falls incomplete. That was Tanaroa McMillan he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Number 10. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Panther 11. Get it. Steady.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Big 13.
Now Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
On one, ready?
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Gun.
One play action here. Burrow. Connects on the crosser. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
11.
Looking inside the red zone. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Burrow from the gun. This one's caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a fourth quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. No problems on the extra point there. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
Eagles 28, Panthers 24.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for the Panthers first.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Looking in the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. 7. Ready.
Looking to throw. Ball to the left side. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Ready.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him.
Got it. Ready.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
6. Ready. Let go.
They'll send him up the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Here we go. Start. Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Gets it again. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
On the ready.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down.
19 Tiger.
Desperation time here. Headed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers have taken the lead late. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. Shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
31, Eagles 28.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12.
Putting a receiver in motion.
12. 11.
He'll look to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short.
Eagles 1st down. A gain of 22 yards.
12.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Makes a cut to the right sideline. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
60 Maverick.
Setting up to pass. Connects with the open man downfield. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Gotta hurry this to the line.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Flush down out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing it again here. On the move, headed right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd down, the Eagles opting to go with a dime here.
79 Bronco.
Looking to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to dime coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
60 by 65. 18 Rattler. 18.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ready.
There's plays to design run. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the 1st down, partner, and that's going to seal this win.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st down, Eagles.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?